Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. This is a quote from Winston Churchill, who was the British Prime Minister in the beginning of World War II. I'm speaking about Winston Churchill because his actions during World War II were extremely notable, and as a leader, he showed extreme perseverance in the face of a daunting task. My name is Brendan Cox, and I would like to talk to you about Winston Churchill's legacy. More specifically, I would like to summarize his life before, during, and after World War II. First, I would like to go over what kind of childhood Churchill had and his education in the Royal Military College in Sandhurst. Next, I would like to go over Churchill's actions during World War II, which led to the Allied victory over Germany. And finally, I would like to review the seldom known knowledge of where Churchill went and what he did after the war. Let's start with the very beginning of Winston Churchill's life. The poised British Prime Minister Winston Churchill was born in 1874, and according to WinstonChurchill.org, he was born several months premature. Churchill was the oldest of two boys born to his parents, Lord Randolph Churchill and Miss Ginny Jerome. Churchill, according to WinstonChurchill.org, adored his parents and his brother in Blenheim Palace. According to NationalChurchillMuseum.org, Churchill was spurred into a desire for joining the military college, not by a desire to become a career officer, but by the desire to become a successful politician. Churchill therefore became a Royal Military Officer by the desire for political leverage as a way to climb the political ladder faster. Little did Churchill know what would become of this military career, which was grown from political desire. Churchill, after a series of military postings and successful military campaigns, was posted as the First Lord of Admiralty. According to IWM.org, Churchill's efforts during this posting weren't all too successful. IWM.org states that in 1915 he helped orchestrate and plan the disastrous Dardanelles and Gallipoli naval campaigns, which saw heavy losses. Later, Churchill was relieved of his position as the First Lord of Admiralty, and in the 1930s he voiced his concern in remilitarizing in response to the increasingly militarized Nazi Germany. According to Wikipedia.org, Churchill was reappointed to the role he held in World War I as First Lord of Admiralty when World War II broke out, and in 1940 he became Prime Minister, replacing Naval Chamberlain. Churchill, during the war, was responsible for unifying and inspiring the British through his speeches. Churchill's refusal to quit during World War II gave the British the time they needed to regroup and repurpose their military and industry. He was able to take a defeated nation and regroup them into an extremely formidable industrial power. Churchill, furthermore, was able to work with the ideological Soviet counterparts in liberating France and utilize the vast resources of the USA to power his war effort. Although being a prime minister during World War II was the height of Churchill's career, he had other accomplishments as well. According to Wikipedia.org, Churchill in 1951 defeated Labour and became prime minister for a second time. During this period, he continued to be a servant of the British people and led the country until he resigned in 1955, aware of his own deteriorating health issues. After Churchill led the British, he was defeated in 1945 election and subsequently became the leader of the opposition being that of opposition against the Soviet Union. In fact, Churchill even urged Truman to carry out preemptive nuclear strikes against the Kremlin in Moscow. Churchill, after the years of World War II, was also one of the founding fathers of the European Union. He additionally opposed handing power of the Indian government to the local Indian government. And according to Wikipedia.org, he quoted an Irish ambassador, John Dulhunty, that he was still hoped for a united Ireland. I hope that this speech enlightens some of you who didn't know otherwise about the life of Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was a very accomplished, very impressive man. His work in leading the British through World War II resulted in the world which we know today and helped to defeat evil. To recap what I just discussed, I talked about Winston Churchill's childhood and his education at the Royal Military College. I talked about his vital actions and responsibilities in World War II. And I talked about where Churchill's accomplishments were after World War II. To imagine a world without Winston Churchill is to imagine a world where a terrible evil is left to trample over Europe and Russia and become a global superpower. It is to imagine a world where peace is only a joke. Thank you.